Hello everyone. Today our topic is Rajya Sabha election which will come in your polity. Parliament. What is Parliament? Parliament is the supreme legislative body of the Republic of India. It is a bicameral legislature. That means it consists of president and two houses. The two houses are Rajya Sabha upper house, Lok Sabha lower house. Rajya Sabha is the council of state and Lok Sabha is the house of people. Each house has to meet within 6 months of its previous sitting. A joint sitting of two houses can be held in certain cases. Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the parliament, is modelled after the House of Lords in the United Kingdom. According to the Article 80 of the Constitution, it provides that Rajya Sabha shall consist of 250 members, of which 12 members shall be nominated by the President. So, that means in Rajya Sabha, the maximum number of members is 250 or it can be less also. So, in this 250 members, if 12 members shall be nominated by the President, then the remaining will be 238 members. These remaining 238 members are the representatives of states and union territories. This is mentioned in Article 80. Whenever we are coming across the article, recall the article every time. It will be helpful. Next is Rajya Sabha at present has 245 seats. Of this, 233 members represent the states and union territories and 12 members are nominated by the President. The Vice President is the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, which is a final stop before a bill is sent for the presidential assent. Qualifications. Article 84 of the Constitution lays down the qualifications for membership of Parliament. Be a citizen of India, at least 30 years old, and be elected by the Legislative Assembly of States and Union Territories by means of a single transferable vote, that is one vote per person, through the proportional representation. No, not be a proclaimed criminal, not be subject of insolvent. Insolvent means a person who is unable to repay his debt. That is, he or she should not be in debt that he or she is not capable of repaying in a current manner, and should have the ability to meet his or her financial expenses. Not hold any office of profit under the government of India, not be of unsound mind, possess such other qualifications as may be prescribed in that behalf by or under any law made by the Parliament. And Article 102 describes about the disqualifications. Elections. Now we are going to see how the elections are taking place in Rajya Sabha. Elections to the Rajya Sabha are indirect. That is, the members of the Rajya Sabha are elected indirectly by the people of India, that is through their representatives, through their elected representatives, MLAs. Number of Rajya Sabha members of a state depends on its population. Hence, the number of elected seats to change as states are merged, bifurcated, or new ones are created. The representatives of each state and of the two union territories in the Rajya Sabha are elected by the elected members of the Legislative Assembly. The Rajya Sabha is not subject to dissolution. 1/3 of its members retire every second year. Every Rajya Sabha member has a tenure of 6 years and elections to 1/3 seats are held every 2 years. According to the section 154 of the Representation of People Act 1951. Section 154 Representation of People Act 1951, which describes about the casual vacancy. That is, a member chosen to fill a casual vacancy will serve for the remaining of his predecessor's term of office only. Members of State Legislative Assembly vote in the Rajya Sabha elections in what is called proportional representation with a single transferable vote system. In this system, MLA do not vote for each state. This STB means only one vote. MLA can give only one vote. So in the system, MLAs do not vote for each seat. If that were the case, then only the ruling party representatives would make through it. So the MLA will be given a paper with names of all the candidates. They have to give their order of preference for each candidate against their names. So all the candidates' names will be written on the paper and the MLAs will be giving their order of preference by putting the number 1, 2, 3 like that. So if 10 or more members choose a particular candidate at their first choice, then he or she gets elected. Next is Rajya Sabha elections 2020, which held recently. The elections are held annually and throughout the year on ad hoc basis. The elections in 2020 are for a total of 73 seats, of which 55 them were elected by March 26. The remaining were postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic. So the remaining 19 Rajya Sabha seats spread across 8 seats, and polling took place simultaneously in all the 8 states. The 8 states include Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram. On June 12, Election Commission of India declared unopposed victory over 4 seats of Karnataka and 1 seat of Arunachal Pradesh, leaving behind only 19 seats. In this table, the number of seats won by different parties is described with the candidate's name. Madhya Pradesh BJP 2, Congress 1, Rajasthan BJP 1, Congress 2, Manipur BJP 1, Meghalaya National People's Party 1, Jharkhand BJP 1, JMMM, that is JMMS Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, and Mizoram Mizo National Front 1, Andhra Pradesh only 4 seats were there. All these 4 was won by YSR Congress. Gujarat BJP 3 and Congress 1. So this only Gujarat result has been delayed because the Gujarat Congress has complained to the Election Commission against the BJP MLAs and urged for cancelling their oaths. Okay, these are the 4 elected representatives of Rajya Sabha from Andhra Pradesh state. Rajya Sabha intend to play certain roles as a permanent house. That is, permanent house means it never dissolves like Lok Sabha, and 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years. Next is revisionary house, that is reconsidering bills passed by the Lok Sabha, that is revisionary house, and offers a degree of continuity in the underlying policies of laws passed by the parliament. In the Indian federal structure, the Rajya Sabha is a representative of the states in the union legislature. The Rajya Sabha has powers that protect the rights of states against the union. So let's see model MCQs. From prelims point of view, which of the following are correct with respect to Rajya Sabha? As per the Indian Constitution, candidates contesting an election to the Rajya Sabha from a particular state need not to be an elector in that particular state. The Constitution has not fixed a term of office of a member of the Rajya Sabha as 6 years. It is decided by the rules of Rajya Sabha. The question of disqualification under the 10th schedule is decided by the chairman in case of Rajya Sabha. 1 and 2 only, all 3 only, 1 and 3 only. So answer. So your guess is correct. Answer is 3 only, because statement 1 is incorrect. Why it is incorrect is the parliament has laid down the following additional qualifications in the Representation of People Act 1951. He must be registered as an elector for a parliamentary constitution. This is same in case of both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. The requirement that a candidate contesting an election to the Rajya Sabha from a parliament particular state should be an elector in that particular state was dispensed with in 2003. In 2006, the Supreme Court upheld the constitutional validity of this change. And a member of a scheduled caste or scheduled tribe in any state or union territory, if he wants to contest a seat reserved for them, he must be a member of that particular caste only. However, if and they can also contest a seat not reserved for them also. So hence statement 1 is incorrect. And statement 2 is they told that the Constitution has not fixed a term of office for the members of Rajya Sabha. Actually, it is wrong, because according to the Parliament in the Representation of People Act 1951, provided the term of office of a member of a Rajya Sabha shall be 6 years. So statement 2 was incorrect. And statement 3, the question of disqualification under the 10th schedule is decided by the chairman in case of Rajya Sabha and speaker in case of Lok Sabha, not by the President of India. In 1992, the Supreme Court ruled that the decision of the chairman or speaker in this regard is subject to judicial review. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Next, this question is from the previous year question, 2012 question. Okay, consider the following statements. Union territories are not represented in the Rajya Sabha. It is within the purview of the Chief Election Commissioner to adjudicate the election disputes. According to the Constitution of India, the Parliament consists of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha only. So, which of the following statements given above are correct? 1 only, 2 and 3, 1 and 3 none. So, while answering this question, you have to be little smarter while answering. You have to use elimination method. So, let's consider third statement, because third statement is mentioned in both two of the options. Okay, so let's check out third statement. According to Constitution, Parliament consists of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha only. So answer is that is wrong. That statement is wrong, because under the Constitution, the Parliament of India consists of three parts: President, Council of States, that is Rajya Sabha, and House of People, Lok Sabha. Hence, statement 3 is wrong. So, second option and third option is ruled out. So, remaining is A and D. A is one only. So, let's check only first statement. Union territories are not represented in Rajya Sabha. That is also wrong, because out of 7 union territories, only 2, that is Delhi and Pondicherry, have representation in Rajya Sabha. So, the population of other 5 union territories are too small to have a representation in Rajya Sabha. Hence, statement 1 is also wrong. So, answer is D, none. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.